Hey everyone. For the most part, any new developments in Turkey right now are being developed as sites. Site is basically the word for complex. The developers are building complexes. Now, obviously, this depends on which part of the city the land is acquired and how much land is acquired, if it's enough to build a complex. If not, they'll put up maybe one, possibly two independent buildings and make do with that. But if they're able to build a complex, that's what they do. And a lot of people are preferring to live in a complex for several reasons, which I'm going to show you now. Obviously, the amenities are going to be greater in a complex. It's going to have a lot more to offer. So rents can range. This is Istanbul. Rents can range anywhere from like 12,000 Turkish liras all the way up to hundreds of thousands of Turkish liras. Anything on the low end is going to be in a really bad neighborhood, a very small unit in a very old building, which is probably going to be a liability as far as earthquakes are concerned. Istanbul's on a fault line, so earthquakes are a big concern here. Other than that, and the higher end ones obviously are going to be big units that are in the most trendy and well-to-do areas. So where I live is, I'd say, somewhere in the middle of that. Rents here at this complex range between 27,000 to 47,000 Turkish liras, depending on the size of the unit and where that unit is located. Higher floors get more money, obviously. And there is a HOA fee, which, if you're watching from the US, you understand what that is. If not, it's a homeowners association fee. You could also label it as like a common area maintenance fee or an upkeep fee, maintenance fee, whatever you want to call it. And that is 3,400 Turkish liras, which right now is just below $100 US. And that covers, all the maintenance of the grounds and the repairs of elevators and things of that sort. So let's walk around the complex and I'll show you what you get for that money and what the advantages obviously are as far as living in a complex. So we're going to start from the outside. You get an outdoor pool. As you can see, it's got the large adult pool and the kiddie pool. Over here, we've got a little congregation area. It's like a common area. It was being used as a cafe at one point. It's no longer being used as that. If any of the residents here want to rent this area to do something with it, they are able to do so. I mean, as far as like commercially. Also, you can reserve this spot for events. If you're having a party, a birthday party, anniversary, etc., etc. This is a spot you can rent. We've got small soccer court / basketball court. Over here we've got playground. And then, as you can see, the grounds are pretty nice and they're well maintained. Let's move on to the next area. Got a security gate and 24-hour security. EV charging station. Have indoor covered parking. We've got a gym. It's pretty limited. It's nothing major, as you can see, but it's got enough to take care of what you need, unless you're a power lifter or a serious bodybuilder. This should cover what you need. It gets maintained pretty well. Most of the machines do work. And if there is an issue, you just report it and they take care of it. In this area next to the, right off the gym actually, is normally a game room. It is closed for renovation. There's a foosball table, a pool table, and a ping pong table in there. They are renovating several things in here. I'm not going to be able to show you guys the sauna or the steam room. Those are being renovated this year as well. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to open that this year with the renovations going on. But we have a game room, steam room, sauna, which are all being renovated but are normally available. Indoor pool, which I would normally get closer to, but it looks like it's flooding a little bit, so they might need to do some work in here. Like I said, this area is being renovated with the sauna, steam room, game room, all that, so maybe they just haven't paid attention to this. But normally, it's well maintained. And here is the indoor pool. So we've got a total of 9 buildings, somewhere in the vicinity of 160 units. And that's what I was saying about advantages and disadvantages. And it can get crowded. I mean, you look at it as 160, let's say average 3 people per household, you're looking at 480. It could be more than that, so 500, between 500 and 600 people. You know, in the summertime, you want to go into the pool, it can get crowded. You want to use the gym, it can get crowded, etc., etc. But for the most part, it's fine. And like I said, I think there's more advantages than disadvantages. I would prefer to live in a complex rather than a solitary building. That's just my own opinion. Again, you have more fees, rent could be a little higher, etc., etc. So it just depends on personal preference. But that is our complex. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I will see you all in the next video.